Indian car buyers have had their fair share of prejudices. Not too long ago, diesel cars were considered taboo because they were perceived to be heavy on maintenance. But with diesel proving to be the more affordable and efficient fuel, that changed. Then again, no one wanted to buy an automatic car because everyone thought they were not only more expensive but thirstier as well. Increasing congestion changed that, and with more people choosing two-pedal cars, you have torque converters, DSGs, CVTs, AMTs. The number of options is OMG. One prejudice that hasn't quite gone though is the one against electric cars. Mahindra is one Indian manufacturer that's been trying to make EVs more approachable for the Indian audience. And now, they bring us this, the e2o Plus, a 4-door hatchback that adds a dash of practicality to Mahindra's flagship hatchback. So is this the one to kill a prejudice and bring the e2o label back to life? Now, basic question first. What's the space like? Now, getting into the e2o Plus is really standard fare. It's like your regular hatchback. The door does open wide enough and there's just about enough room. Now, I am 6'5" and as you can see, I'm a hefty chap too. So I am more the exception than the rule. That said, I am not exactly uncomfortable. I have just about enough knee room, just about enough headroom, and the one thing I do find myself wishing for is more width. The average size person will find himself reasonably comfortable in here though, and driving about won't really be too difficult. The controls are pretty ergonomic as well. There's no fancy gadgetry and everything is very familiar if you've driven just about any hatchback. That said though, you do wish that the seat cushioning was a bit softer and not to mention thicker as well. Now let's not forget, the two-door e2o does come with a rear seat and the only real problem is accessing it, even though it is reasonably spacious. That problem has obviously been addressed with the addition of the rear doors. But once you're in, it is reasonably comfortable. As you can see that the front driver's seat has been set to my driving position. For a driver who's 6.5 feet tall, I can fit in the back. It's not perfectly comfortable, but thankfully the cushioning behind the seat, it is soft and I have just about enough headroom. I'm kind of locked in place, but for the average size person, this should be reasonably comfortable. However, this is best used as a 4-seater, especially when you're talking about full-size adults, because it isn't wide enough. But if you were to put kids in here, 3 could sit in pretty easily and they have ample room to move about. You also get a 135-litre boot, which is more than what you get in the Tata Nano. This is a city hatchback, so don't expect cargo space for the whole weekend. The interior quality though feels average and is nothing to write home about. While you do get a glove box, the door pads don't hold more than a 500 ml bottle each. However, you do get this futuristic looking instrument cluster, a touchscreen infotainment system, and a smartphone app through which you can monitor the battery status, lock or unlock the doors, and even switch the AC on from wherever you are. There's a lot of family inspiration. The front grille is from the Scorpio. The wheel arch bulges are XUV 500 like, while the rear door handles are mounted near the C-pillar, just like the KUV 100. Thanks to the conventionally styled rear bumper and proper rear hatch, the e2o Plus looks, for all intents and purposes, like a regular car. Now this is the whole point of the e2o, its electric power plant. What we have here is the top end variant. This makes 30 kilowatts, which is around 41 PS and 91 Nm of torque. It's not much, but it's enough for an urban hatchback. Now, unlike regular petrol or diesel cars, you don't have to work your way through a bunch of gears to get into the meat of the power band. Electric motors offer all that they have within seconds. So driving through city traffic, making those quick overtakes and maneuvering through, tight gaps won't be much of any difficulty. But for those times when you want a little bit more antsy performance, all you can do is downshift into boost mode, slam the pedal, and it just darts forward like you wouldn't believe. This is an electric motor. There is no gear to work through. There's no transmission loss. So all the power it has to offer is delivered in an instant. But now let's get to the crux of the whole point of an electric car. It's meant for point A to B transport. Mahindra says that with a regular 15 amp charge point, you can get it up to a full charge in around 8 to 8.5 hours. And if you opt for the fast charging option, you can get up to a 95% charge in 90 minutes, 1.5 hours, that's it. The travel range, it's 140 kilometers. Even if you cut that down to a real world estimate of about say 100 kilometers, accounting stuff for using the infotainment system, the headlight, the air conditioning and all, you will still have enough range for your urban travel. The ride is noticeably stiff and even minor undulations are felt easily. The suspension is noisy over broken patches and feels particularly bumpy at the rear. The steering is super light but feels numb and offers no feedback. Since the 14-inch wheels are wrapped in low rolling resistance tires that offer limited grip, the overall handling package is expectedly weak. And this talk of fuel economy is what gets us to the end. So is the e2o Plus a game changer? Well, no. Realistically, it will be the second or third car in the family purely because of India's infrastructural limitations. But can it be a great city car? Yes. Can it be a family car? Yes. Can you use it for your daily office runs? Absolutely, yes. But does it kill the EV prejudice? I'm afraid not. For its price, it falls into the same category as premium hatchbacks or even compact sedans. But for the e2o's niche audience, this can potentially turn a maybe into a yes. Face it, electric cars are the future, and it's cars like this that warm people up to that thought. So what if it doesn't kill the prejudice? It's a strong attempt by Mahindra to bring electric cars to the masses.